Welcome to the third video in our prototyping series. This is stage 3, and if you haven't seen the other videos, go back and check them out. But essentially in this stage, we're going to be upgrading our card set and we're going to be making a pitch ready prototype. So this is something that looks a bit nicer. We're going to do that by upgrading the visuals a bit. We're going to add some background images. We're going to center our in-text icons in a responsive way. We're going to add text shrink. Essentially those nice little touches that will help a publisher picture what it could be like on the tabletop. Let's dive right in. Over here in Dextrous, we're going to edit the layout for our stage 2 component. So I'll hit edit here. And the first thing that we want to do is add that new nice background image. So I'm going to create an image zone. I'm going to stretch it to be the size of the card. And I'm going to choose a default image for this one. And it's going to be this nice background texture here. Had this commissioned for a different game, but it looks pretty good here. And I'm just going to drag it down to the bottom of the list here so that it shows on the very bottom. Now, the next thing you'll notice is that some of my text zones here are out of position, so I'm going to have to reposition them. I'll click the title and the cost zone here. I'll go to the background tab and select just a transparent background color. And then for the text color, I'll go ahead and use the eyedropper here to get that nice blue that's already inbuilt into the layout. So that looks pretty good. And I'll do the same thing here with the description. So I'll just get that nice blue. Okay, yep, that's looking pretty nice. Now I just need to move things around a little bit. So I'm going to resize this image zone here, move it across and up a bit, and I'll move the title zone down into this space. Now we do have the padding, which is on this zone, if you remember from before. So I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of that padding and resize the zone so that it's in this little area here. And I don't want it to ever go out onto these colored little symbols here. So I'm going to dial down the font size a little bit. That looks pretty good. And I'll move this cost icon into the middle of here. Now I can use the control and arrow keys to just move by pixel there. So I'm just moving that precisely into the middle there. And I just want to check that these icons are in the correct position here. Maybe I'll bring them in a little. Yeah, I'll do that. Now this default text might overlap with some things if there's a lot of text. So I'm just going to make sure that it's down and contained to this area. That's looking pretty good. So I'm going to head back out to my component editor. These cards are looking pretty good, but if I scroll along here, I'll see, the fleet commander, the text there is a bit too long and the line is wrapping. So I have to take care of that. And the other thing is that my cards that have icons, I really want these icons to be centered no matter what. So if there's 2 or 1 or 3, I just want them centered in this area. So let me show you how to take care of that. So we'll head back to the layout here. And the first thing we're going to do is take care of this title text being a bit too long sometimes. All you have to do is hit this text shrink toggle, and that will make sure that the font size will shrink if it would overflow the bounds of the zone here. Okay, now for these icons. The next thing I'm going to do is create a flex container. This is a special zone, and what it does is it helps position other zones in a dynamic way. So I'm going to center this here like so and bring it down, and I'm actually going to drag these icons 1, 2, 3 inside the flex container. I'm going to nest them inside, and by default the flex container is centering the icons inside here. Over here in the container settings, you can see there's various settings here. One of them is the ability to just specify the gap that's between these icons here. And now all that's happening is that the flex container is trying to center these icons, and that's actually all we need to do. So now if I go to the border, I'm going to turn off this dotted line. That's just to help you see exactly where it is. So I'm just going to set it to none. And now the flex container is invisible, but it's still doing its centering magic. So now if I go back out to the component editor, you can see here on the cards now, my icons are nice and centered, and my fleet commander and long titles are the text is just being shrunk a little bit so that it fits there. Another really easy thing you can do to make your designs a bit more professional is to use in-text icons. So for example, you can see this ability here. It says trade credits for cards. Imagine if instead of using the word credits, I could actually use an icon instead. How might we do that? So if I click this zone here, I'm actually just going to select here with my cursor, and I'm going to hit the little image icon here, and I'm going to go ahead and select the credit image. And that's actually put it into the table here, if you can see, into the cell. And if we exit this, you can see that it's actually been inserted there in the text. I can actually go ahead and get rid of credits now, and it's just an inline icon. How easy is that? So now if I want to sub out this cards, for example, I could select this text. So this was actually one step faster, hit the image again and click card. And so now that's been subbed out, trade credit for card 2-to-1. As you can see, it's very easy to get in-text icons that will take your design to the next level. Thanks for joining me on this 3-part series. As usual, there's text instructions here over in the docs page if you want to follow along, and thanks so much for joining me in this 3-part series.